October 29th, 2025, Wednesday. Reflection by Rev. Father Clifford Atta Anim. Luke 13:22-30. The narrow gate. As Jesus continued his solemn journey toward Jerusalem, someone asked him, "Lord, will only a few be saved?" His answer went far beyond mere numbers. Instead of giving statistics, Jesus spoke to the heart of the matter, revealing who will be saved, how they will be saved, why some will not, and when the opportunity ends. In short, he taught that salvation comes through the narrow gate of love, sacrifice, and faithful service, and that every disciple must focus on his or her own conversion before worrying about others. The person who asked the question assumed, as many Jews did, that salvation was almost guaranteed for the chosen people as long as they observed the law. Gentiles, they thought, would be left outside God's mercy. But Jesus shattered that illusion. He made it clear that belonging to Israel, or today belonging to a church, is not enough. Entry into God's kingdom is not automatic, nor is it inherited. It requires a personal response, a daily commitment to live in love, humility, and communion with God and neighbor. Jesus' teaching echoes his words in the Sermon on the Mount. Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the road broad that leads to destruction, and those who enter through it are many. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life. Matthew 7:13-14. The narrow gate is not meant to discourage, but to challenge us to love more deeply and serve more selflessly. It represents the path of sacrifice, discipline, forgiveness, and charity. Jesus also warned that salvation involves effort. Strive to enter. Luke 13:24. The Greek word agonizes, that means to struggle or to fight earnestly. Like athletes in St. Paul's analogy, 1 Corinthians 9:24-27, Christians must persevere, not growing weary in doing good, Galatians 6:9. Faith is not a passive belief, but an active, lifelong journey of grace and cooperation with God's will. Our understanding of salvation, then, is dynamic. I have been saved through Christ's death and resurrection, which freed me from the penalty of sin, Romans 5:8-9. I am being saved through the transforming work of the Holy Spirit, who gives strength to resist sin, Philippians 2:12-13. I will be saved when, by God's mercy, I am finally united with Him in heaven, free from sin forever, Romans 13:11. Life messages: choose the narrow gate daily. God gives us freedom to choose, and every day presents two paths, one of selfish comfort and one of self-giving love. Choosing the narrow gate means denying ourselves, letting go of sinful attachments, and following Christ even when it costs us. Luke 9:23. Examine your path regularly. The parable of the locked door reminds us that opportunities do not last forever. Each day ask, did I strive today to walk through the narrow gate of sacrificial love? Jesus' words call us to urgency and vigilance, for we know neither the day nor the hour, Matthew 25:13. Salvation, then, is not a privilege to be presumed, but a relationship to be lived. It is the daily yes to God's grace that transforms the heart and prepares it to enter through the gate that leads to life. God bless you.